Well, this is it, folks. This is the main event, and what a main event it's going to be. These two are competitors of the highest level. I mean, I'm reluctant to say the best women competitors because they're just a couple of the best competitors in Atlantic Canada.
Oh, of course. Tori is no stranger to high-pressure situations. Fighting out of MXT, you know they have a great background of fighters, and she's the next in line.
100%. I mean, MXT is another like a really original jiu-jitsu club. John Kelly founded that. They've spread all over New Brunswick, and they've created a lot of great fighters over the years, doing the god of jiu-jitsu's work around New Brunswick for sure. And Tori's so young, you know. She's been competing at this level since she was like 17 years old, so it's amazing to see.
Oh, yeah. But speaking of young competitors, Hotjensa is about as game as they come. Fighting out of Halifax BJJ, you don't want to be on the other side of those mats when she's ready to fight.
100%. And these two do have some history. They competed against each other in the Kumite, and Tori won the decision in overtime. So you know Hotjensa wants it back. Let's turn it over to Jeremy here for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's next match is for the Breakthrough Grappling Series Subweight Women's Championship and the main event of the evening. First, join me in welcoming to the mats the challenger, fighting out of Westside MXT Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Club in St. John, New Brunswick, Tori Smith. Standing across from her is the reigning, defending Breakthrough Grappling Series Women's Champion, Hotjensa Dalipaj.
Well, this title fight is going to be unreal. The belt on the line. We've been sitting here with the belt in front of us all night. It's a sick-looking piece of gear, too. So I know that both these ladies want this bad.
And, you know, this is a real stay-ready situation for Tori. She's a late replacement, and I think she wants this belt, and she's going to take the most of this opportunity.
Absolutely. Like 2 or 3 weeks' notice. I mean, that's hardcore for sure. And Tori comes down to Absolute most Saturdays and trains with us, so pretty familiar with her, and she just will jump in with anyone, and she's so game. She's the first one to arrive for training and the last one to leave, so she is super game. A lot of heavy hand fighting here. You can tell they want it.
You know, both these women are so strong for their weight class. They really are the types to really impose their will. So to see them really trying to force each other into these bad situations, Tori going for the leg sweep, it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Now, Tori does train judo as well, so you know that's going to influence her game on the feet. So they see that there in those foot sweep positions, but just great balance and hip position by Hotjensa.
Good job breaking the posture by both of these fighters.
Yeah, the room is like super quiet. There's so much anticipation for what's going to happen here. It's awesome. You know, that hand fighting and getting kind of your head pulled down, it can be exhausting too, right? So it's a good strategy to open the match to kind of, you know, get some wind out of your opponent.
Yeah, and like we've said before, 10 minutes is a long time, so these girls are looking to really wear each other out.
Right. Hotjensa getting really aggressive here with this underhook. Oh, Tori goes for a throw and gets it. Wow, what a beautiful overhook throw. Great classic judo move.
The judo's paying off.
You're right, absolutely. Now she finds herself in half guard on the top with a nice head pinch here too, so probably making Hotjensa uncomfortable here. But this match is a long way from over. Tori putting a lot of pressure on the head and the face here, trying to make space and pry that leg free. But Hotjensa doing a good job. See how she's keeping her legs straight there, which is pinching on the ankle and keeping that leg retention.
It is a double-edged sword, though, because it really does limit her mobility.
It does, and now you see her starting to push the knee back in. She just has to be cautious of the knee cut here, but kind of heading back towards the three-quarter mount. Gets her pushed in, really good guard retention there.
Doing a great job staying composed.
Absolutely. She has bad arm position here on the top still, so you see her kind of working this lockdown position. That's going to help her retain the leg while she tries to build back up some frames or get an underhook.
Yeah, I would like to see her frame with her left arm. I always tell people when they're grappling not to koala bear them, because it really just pulls them down on top of you, making them heavier.
Absolutely. But you see Tori really using the head there to block that space. Hotjensa wants that arm in there now, but Tori's not going to make it easy for her. And so much of this half guard position is about that arm battle. But there you see the frame getting in. That's going to make things a little bit easier here. Tori really driving into the hips, keeping the hips in really good control here.
Both of these athletes, just such smart competitors.
Yes, unreal. Patience for days, so you know they don't want to make a silly mistake here. Well, while we're in a position, Sawyer, I want to say it's been an absolute pleasure calling these fights with you. I'm sort of sad that this is the last one.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. This is my commentary debut, and to be able to do this with someone who's such an OG of the game and is constantly giving back, whether it's coaching, promoting, or commentary, it's been an absolute honor.
Well, I appreciate that, and I couldn't think of anyone better to join me. And I already told Sawyer that his aspirations of competing on these events moving forward are over because I'm going to sabotage him and make him do commentary with me as my partner.
Well, I can split the difference with you. Whenever I'm not competing, I will be here at this table.
I appreciate that, and I will be working against you behind the scenes. But it's been a true blast, folks. We really hope you've enjoyed this fight card, and we hope that we've entertained you somewhat. And this production is just going to continue to get better. Lots of pressure here. Really taking their time, being patient here. No room for mistakes. Belt on the line, and it is a beautiful belt. So these competitors want it.
With 10 seconds left, Tori knows that if she can cut that knee through her half guard and get into mount, she will score.
Absolutely. You wonder if she's has the awareness now to kind of wait until the scoring period begins. We're going to find out because it just ticked over now.
I think she does. She's an incredibly smart competitor, and even though she's young, her experience speaks worlds.
Well, and I was saying she's so young, but then a veteran at the same time. I mean, it's insane.
She's a rookie and a vet.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just love seeing these young people really developing so fast. Looking for maybe like a little punch choke there or a no-gi Ezekiel, just maybe making things uncomfortable here. That's not a very nice position to be stuck in, so maybe to make a distraction from the legs and work on a pass here.
Yeah, she's got to find a way to make Hotjensa lose some of this composure.
Absolutely. Hotjensa doing a great job with the legs. I mean, she's buried underneath the upper body, but really keeping her head about her and working the leg position to retain guard. Tori's starting to posture up now.
I'd like to see her walk that foot up to try to change the angle of her legs to kind of cut it. Because right now she's kind of in this, getting caught in the lockdown that Hotjensa's throwing on and getting out of it and getting caught in it.
Yeah, 100%. And it slows down the match, but there's so much at stake and such a long match to go that I think they're content to kind of grind these positions out. And when it pops off, it's going to go, right?
Oh, yes. This is a pressure cooker. And with 3.5 minutes left, the stakes are high, and you can cut the tension in this room with a knife.
Absolutely. The mental game must be tough. You're the main event. You're on a really great card. There's a lot of pressure here, and they're game for it. You can tell. I mean, they both look so focused when they came out, and they're just doing their thing, and not letting it affect them. I got so much respect for that.
Oh, yeah, and the fact that they bring it to every fight, these are some of the best competitors, and for you fans at home and in the crowd, watch out for their names because they're going to be around for quite some time.
100%. There's been several people on this card tonight that you're going to see on different stages, in my mind, around the world. So that's a pretty exciting time for Maritime Jiu-Jitsu.
Tori's so close to getting pass points right now.
Absolutely. Just that last bit of half guard to pass. She's kind of driving that leg across now, sprawling out, really putting the pressure down.
Hotjensa may be looking to play some deep half guard here.
You can hear Joel calling for the elevation of the hips. He wants to see her dive underneath here and get some lift on that deep half. That's a good strategy when your head is buried in. But now you see Tori responding to that by pinching and grabbing the chin and keeping her out from there.
And it's so hard to play half guard when your shoulders are pinned, and Tori's doing a good job of that right now.
Absolutely. Tori's a strong top game competitor.
And with 1:40 left, you got to think the urgency is on for both these competitors.
There's Tori's by the leg, but Hotjensa gets her knee back in. Man, that was close. Great work here. Tori wants it. She's driving the knee with the elbow here, really trying to get that free. She's reaching around. Tori's covering the mouth a little bit there. A little bit of gamesmanship. We've seen that a few times tonight.
Well, anything to cause stress and panic in your competitor, especially someone as composed as Hotjensa.
Absolutely.
1:10 left.
There it is. Her
Tori
leg's
gets
free.
mount points.
The referee's counting, but man, regard. Wow.
Talking about threading that needle.
That's crazy.
50 seconds left. It really comes down to who can get points at this point.
Tori's got a really deep crossface here, putting a lot of pressure on. But man, that lockdown is so hard to deal with. Speaking of Nathan Douglas, I mean, he owes me an ACL tendon from the lockdown. That position is so strong. That was my first real experience with that in competition, and it can be really tough to deal with.
And it looks like Hotjensa has an extremely strong lockdown from here because Tori has struggled with it for the better part of this match.
She has, and you know, it's not been a high-flying match like we've seen tonight, but the strategies are working here, right? And Hotjensa's doing an amazing job retaining. And that's the end of it, folks. We're going to go to a decision here. You got to think that Tori has the edge here in this match, but we'll see what they come up with. Let's turn it over to Jeremy here for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by referee's decision. And new women's champion, Tori Smith. Tori, we've seen you get up to the plate several times in main events against some of the other great female competitors here in the Maritimes. What was different this time?
You know, I couldn't have done it without my team at MXT West. Salute BJJ, and I really had a hard weight cut for this one to do. I had to lose like 10 pounds in a week, and I couldn't have done that without Matthew Garrett, so anyone who needs help, hit him up. But yeah.
Well, you're wearing the strap now, and that means competitors are coming. Do you have anything you'd like to say to them?
Bring it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new champion, Tori Smith!